What's up, y'all? It's me, Kels. I am back in the kitchen, y'all. I have a special request from Miss Tasha Rogers. She wanted to know, how do I make my collard greens? Well, Miss Tasha, here it goes. Okay, y'all, as y'all can see, I have my collard greens right here. I have already triple washed my collards and cut them up into pieces. Now, my collard greens do not have a lot of stems in them because I do not like a lot of stems. Now, for the meat, I am using some smoked turkey wings. Yes, smoked turkey wings. That's the only thing we're adding today. Now, I have my large pot here. I'm adding in some olive oil and throwing in my diced onions. I'm just going to saute these onions up until they get a little brown in color. And then I'm going to throw in my garlic. Now, y'all know the rule to the garlic. You don't want it to burn. Cook it for about 1 minute and add your next ingredient. So I'm just going to throw in my collard greens on the top of my onions and my garlic. And I'm going to fill that pot up, mashing my collards down until I get them all in. Now, I'm going to add in some chicken stock. And on top of that, I'm going to add in some water. Now I'm going to do a little test. I'm going to take a spatula and mash it down to make sure that my water level is right. Because if I don't, it will boil over and get all over the stove, and we don't want that. So now I'm just going to throw in my turkey wings. Now I'm going to continue to mash them down because as my collards cook, they will start to cook down. So I'm just going to stir it a little bit as they cook down, making sure that I stir them from the bottom to make sure those onions and garlic get mixed in well. And then I'm going to go ahead and place my top on. Now, it's going to take our collards a little while to cook, so it's going to be a process. So now I'm going to let it cook for about an hour. Then I'm going to start adding my next ingredient. So I want to put a pepper in mine. I don't want it to be really hot, but I just want it just to have a little kick. So I'm going to go ahead and take the seeds out of my pepper, and then I'm going to go ahead and give it a fine chop. Now, I'm going to chop that up really, really, really good, and then I am going to add it to my pot. Now, along with that, I'm going to throw in some garlic powder and some onion powder. I'm just going to take me a spatula and mix all of that seasoning in. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my top on and let it cook for about another hour. Now, after about an hour, I'm going to come back and check it because what I'm checking for is for my meat to get tender. So I'm just going to start moving my collard greens around, checking my meat to see if it's tender enough. So right now, it's not tender enough. I'm just going to throw that lid right back on the top and cook it for about another hour. Now, after another hour, I come back and check it, and my meat has started falling off the bones. It is tender. As you guys can see, look at that. Look how tender that meat is. And it's also starting to cook up my good old pot liquor. Okay, so now I'm just going to stir that in, start pulling the meat off of the bone. And look at that, y'all. Look at that pot liquor. Look at that pot liquor. Starting to cook up really well. It's time to add in our salt. Now, you guys can add in as much salt as you like. I normally just salt it to taste. So after about another hour or so, as you can see, that my bones have completely departed from the meat. So I'm just going to start removing them from the pot. Now, you have to make sure that you get all of that delicious smoked turkey off of the bone first, and then remove them. Now, make sure that you search your pot because turkey wings have several bones in them. And not only the bones, remove the gristle as well. So now I'm just going to go ahead and mix those collard greens up with that smoked turkey. And guys, look at this. This looks so delicious. Look at all of that meat in those greens. You cannot get no better than this. And look at all of that pot liquor. Oh my God. Oh, this is going to be delicious. And now I have my chunks of turkey as well. You don't have to add no more meat. You got your smoked turkey. It's time to eat, so let's get a bowl and get busy. Okay, y'all, I am all done. As y'all can see, I have my bowl of collard greens right here. I got my tomatoes and my onions also, y'all. And I put a little cornbread on the side because you know I got to give it a taste. One thing you don't see is you don't see a spoon or a fork because I don't need one. I'm a country girl and I got my fork right here. So let's give her a taste, y'all. Oh, wait. So I'm just going to take me a piece of my cornbread right here. And I'm going to dip it into my onions and my tomatoes. And I am going to make sure I get some of that meat on there. Y'all, that is so good. That right there, y'all, make me want to do the Dave Chappelle. That is so good. So here's my collard green recipe. Y'all try it out. Let me know what y'all think. Miss Tasha, make sure you cook it this week, girl. They are the bomb. I guess I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye now.